Now you can use regular ricotta that you find at the grocery store. You could also use a lower fat if you'd like. But this is a fine ricotta. It has a little bit better texture. All right. Now I've got a bowl that I've pre-buttered. You can spray it if you like. And we're gonna put a little bit of a red sauce down on the bottom. Marinara, pizza sauce, whatever you have at home. You can buy it or you can make your own. We're gonna use the spoon that we had for the mushrooms and spread this out. That's just gonna provide a base for our veggies. We're gonna take the veggies and put a little bit of the filling. You don't want it too thick in here, because if you get it too thick, once you bake the vegetables, the inside is gonna be cold. And you don't want that cold, so make sure you put a nice even layer. You don't want the cheese to brown and have the inside of your veggies still cold. Let's put that down here. A little bit in the zucchinis. This gives a choice for everybody depending on what veggies they like. I love all veggies, so. And then we'll do the bell pepper. Be really careful not to overstuff them, because it is such a big area and you want to make sure you don't get too much in there. Okay? Now, not only will you have some nice veggies as an appetizer, but it'll look really nice when we brown this in the oven. We're going to top it with a little bit of mozzarella. And we're going to put this in 350. It's going to take about 30 minutes, and that'll give us time to get ready for our puttanesca. All right, we have our veggies in the oven. They're baking. We're going to get our sauce ready and our sauteed veggies ready to go with that. We're going to do a puttanesca sauce. Now, the puttanesca sauce is kind of a briny sauce. It has stewed tomatoes, it has anchovies, it has capers, and it has Kalamata olives. If you think that you don't like anchovies, try them in the sauce the first time you make it. They melt away and kind of disappear, but they give a definite flavor to the sauce, and you may actually like them. So first we're going to get some garlic in the pan. We're going to pop and chop our garlic. Garlic and some olive oil. Let's get that going. And I'm going to take my anchovies and I'm going to slice them up just a little bit. And you'll see that when we put them in the pan, they're going to kind of melt away. This is actually a really important part of this dish. So at least the first time you make it, try them out. You can leave them out if you want to. And we're going to let this cook down for just a few minutes, and as you'll see, these are going to kind of melt away into the pan and give the background flavor to the sauce. Now to that, we're going to add some Kalamata olives that we're going to chop. Now, these Kalamatas are pitted. You can use other olives, but the Kalamatas add a great flavor to this dish, and you don't really want them in huge pieces. You want to cut them up just a little bit. And now we're going to add some capers. And capers are the berries, and they're a little briny also. Apparently they're flammable. Now, I've got regular stewed tomatoes. You can use any brand that you like. You can stew your own, but honestly, you can get some really good ones in a can, so that's what we're going to use in here. We're going to put the whole thing, juice and all. And we're just going to stir that around. Now this is a super simple sauce, but it adds so much flavor to the fish. And we're gonna serve it over pasta, an angel hair pasta, so this sauce is gonna be for that pasta also. It's gonna thicken up just a little bit. We don't want it real thick. Once again, we're gonna use that to put over the top of our fish. In this pan, we're gonna saute a few veggies to serve with the fish. All right, we've got our garlic in the pan, and we're gonna do some mushrooms and some green beans. Because we already have veggies as an appetizer, we're gonna do a little bit different for the side dish. And we're just gonna coarsely chop some mushrooms. And we're gonna put some green beans in. Now, our sauce here is ready, the puttanesca sauce. We can move this off of the burner, and we're gonna get our tuna steaks ready to sear. Now, tuna you don't wanna cook for very long. You wanna cook it mostly rare. So we're gonna get our pan pretty hot, and we're gonna put them that side down in the pan, and we're gonna let them sear for just about 1.5 minutes on each side. You want the center of the tuna to be rare. You don't want to overcook the tuna. The more you cook it, the more it's going to dry it out. And we've got a beautiful tuna loin, so we don't want to dry it out. We're serving a fancy dinner for this one, so we want it to look really nice presentation-wise. So as soon as you start to get a little bit of white on the bottom, as you can see, then we're ready to flip those. And then you want to get about the same amount on the other side. Now, you can see as it comes up the sides of the tuna, you can see how it turns a little bit white. That part is cooked, but we want to keep the center fairly rare.
You think that's surprising? Get this, Diet Dew has all the intensity of regular Dew, but none of the calories.
There's an all-new Diet Dew Ultraviolet, a new mixed berry flavor, only for a limited time.
All right, now earlier we dropped some pasta in here, so I'm gonna pull our pasta out, and we're gonna plate our tuna, which is done, because we don't want to overcook it. Let's put that right over here to rest for just a minute. And we're going to pull our pasta. Now we're using capellini. You could use any pasta you'd like. Let's put that in here. All right, now let's put this together. We're going to plate this dish for 2, since we've made 2 of the tuna steaks. We're going to put a little bit of the capellini down first. Tuna is a big thing around here. And the green beans we've just barely cooked. You never want to overcook your green beans. We don't want mushy green beans. And they look really nice with the mushrooms. And now we're going to top the tuna. Right on top of the pasta. And top that with puttanesca sauce. A little bit of Parmesan cheese. And that is the tuna puttanesca.